I, 32M, need Reddit's verdict on whether I'm the asshole in this escalating mess with my neighbor, her therapy dog, and a bite that's turned my quiet apartment complex into a war zone. This is a long one, tons of layers, family drama, legal threats, and moral gray areas, so bear with me. I'm still shaking typing this out, and I don't know if I'm the bad guy or just a dad protecting his kid. Help me figure this out. I've lived in this small apartment complex in Denver for 3 years with my wife, Sarah, 31F, and our son, Ethan, 6M. It's a tight-knit place, 20 units circling a shared courtyard with picnic tables, a sandbox, and some patchy grass where the kids play. Ethan's an only child, shy but sweet, loves digging for treasure in the sandbox with his little plastic shovel. The neighbors are mostly cool, old Mrs. Carter who gives out cookies, a couple of college kids who keep to themselves, and then there's Linda, 40SF, the woman at the center of this storm. Linda moved in about a year ago, and she came with baggage, emotional and literal. She's got this terrier named Max, a scruffy little thing with a bark that could wake the dead. Max is always on a leash attached to Linda's wrist, and she never shuts up about him being her therapy dog. Says he helps with her anxiety. Fine, I get it, mental health matters. But Max isn't trained worth a damn. He snarls at anyone who gets close, lunges at other pets, and once peed on Ethan's tricycle while Linda laughed it off. He's just marking his territory, she said. I didn't push it then, live and let live, right? Sarah's less forgiving. She's got a thing about dogs since being bitten as a kid, but she tries to be polite. As long as he stays away from Ethan, she'd say, watching Max like a hawk whenever he trotted out. Linda, though, acts like Max is above rules. Our complex has a leash at all times policy, but half the time Linda lets him off leash in the courtyard, claiming he needs freedom for his emotional support duties. I've asked her to rein him in a few times, calmly, I swear, but she'd roll her eyes and mutter, he's harmless, chill out. Fast forward to 3 months ago. Ethan's playing in the courtyard sandbox one Saturday afternoon, building what he calls a dinosaur graveyard with his toy T-Rex. I'm on the patio grilling burgers for dinner, keeping an eye out. He's only 6, you know? Linda comes out with Max, off-leash as usual. He's darting around, yapping at squirrels, and I call over, hey Linda, can you leash him? Ethan's out here. She waves me off, he's fine, he loves kids. Famous last words. 5 minutes later, I hear Ethan scream, a sound no parent ever wants to hear. I drop the tongs, sprint over, and see Max latched onto Ethan's hand, growling like he's possessed. Ethan's crying, trying to pull away, sand everywhere. I grab Max by the scruff, he's a small dog, maybe 15 pounds, and yank him off. Blood's dripping from Ethan's hand, 2 puncture wounds, deep enough to scare the hell out of me. Linda runs up, screaming, what did you do to my baby? Her baby? I'm shaking, holding Ethan, who's sobbing, Daddy, it hurts. I snap, your dog bit my kid, what the hell, Linda? She grabs Max, cradling him like I'm the villain, and says, he provoked him. Max doesn't bite unless he's scared. Provoked? Ethan was sitting in the sandbox, 10 feet away, I saw the whole thing. Max had sniffed around, got too close, and when Ethan flinched, not even touched him, Max lunged. I yell, he didn't provoke anything, you need to control your dog. Neighbors are poking heads out now, drawn by the shouting. Sarah bolts out, sees Ethan's hand, and goes pale. We're going to the ER, she says, grabbing her keys. I scoop Ethan up, blood soaking my shirt, and tell Linda, this isn't over. At the hospital, Ethan gets stitches, 4 of them, and a tetanus shot. Doc says he's lucky, missed a tendon by a hair. Ethan's quiet the whole ride home, clutching a hospital teddy bear, asking, does Max hate me? Breaks my heart. Next day, I knock on Linda's door. She opens it a crack, Max barking behind her. I say, your dog bit Ethan, he needed stitches. He's banned from the courtyard, till you train him. She scoffs, banned? You can't ban him, he's my therapy dog. It's illegal to discriminate against my disability. I'm floored, disability? This isn't about her anxiety, it's about her dog biting my kid. I say, he's a danger, I'm reporting this to animal control. She slams the door, yelling, Ethan probably kicked him, you're raising a brat. I file a report with animal control that afternoon. They visit, take statements, see Max's therapy dog papers, which look sketchy, just a printed letter from a therapist online. They issue a warning, leash Max at all times, or he's impounded. Linda's livid, posts flyers around the complex calling me a dog-hating bully, claiming I assaulted Max by grabbing him. Neighbors start picking sides, Mrs. Carter's on mine, says Max peed on her roses too, but the college kids think I'm overreacting since it's just a little nip. Sarah's done, she wants to move. Ethan's scared to play outside now, she says, and she's right. He won't go near the courtyard, keeps asking if Max will get him again. I try talking to Linda again, calmer this time. Look, just keep Max away from Ethan, we don't want trouble. She doubles down, you owe me an apology. Max was defending himself. Defending himself from a 6-year-old with a plastic shovel? 2 weeks later, it escalates. Linda's lawyer sends a letter, she's suing me for emotional distress and discrimination against her disability. Claims my report traumatized her and Max, demands $5,000 for vet bills. Max had a stress rash, supposedly, and therapy. I'm a mechanic, I don't have $5,000 lying around. I counterfile for Ethan's ER bill, $1,200, and pain and suffering. Now we're in legal hell. The complex splits further. A tenants' meeting turns into a shouting match, half say Max is a menace, half say I'm ableist for challenging her therapy dog. One guy, Dave, 40M, corners me, she needs that dog, back off. I snap, my kid needed his hand. Mrs. Carter backs me, says Max chased her cat up a tree last month. The college kids start a petition to save Max, get 10 signatures. It's surreal. Sarah's parents get wind, they're old school, think I should man up and settle with Linda. Just pay her, she'll drop it, her dad says. I refuse, why should I pay for her screw-up? Sarah's torn, she's mad at Linda but worried about Ethan's anxiety. He's started having nightmares, calling out for me in the night, don't let Max get me. We get him a therapist, $100 a session, another hit to our savings. Last week, animal control visits again, Max bit another kid, a 4-year-old from Unit 12, while Linda was meditating in the courtyard. Kid's fine, just a scratch, but now they're impounding Max for 10 days to assess. Linda blames me, says my report put him on their radar, and he's stressed from my hostility. She's doubling down on the lawsuit, upping it to $10,000 for defamation, since I spread lies at the tenants' meeting. Yesterday, Linda's sister, 50SF, corners me in the parking lot. You're destroying her, she needs Max for her panic attacks. I say, he bit my son, she needs to train him. She cries, says Linda's been off her meds, Max is her lifeline. I feel a twinge of guilt, mental health's real, but does that excuse Ethan's scars? I offer a deal, drop the suit, I'll drop mine, and keep Max leashed. She storms off, you'll regret this. Now my landlord's involved, says if this doesn't settle, one of us has to move. I can't afford to break our lease, $3K penalty. Sarah's researching rentals, but Ethan loves his school here. Friends are split, some say I'm protecting my family, others say I'm targeting Linda's disability. Reddit, AITA? I banned her dog and reported it to keep Ethan safe, but am I the bad guy for pushing this far? Should I have mediated instead? TLDR, neighbor's therapy dog bit my kid, I banned it from the courtyard and reported it, now she's suing me for distress, and the complex is at war. AITA? Story 2, AITA for canceling my daughter's 13th birthday party because her friends bullied my son at school, and now she says I've ruined her life? I, 38M, need to know if I'm the asshole for what I did to my daughter's birthday plans after her friends bullied my son. This situation's torn my family apart, and I'm questioning everything, parenting, fairness, loyalty. It's a long story, tons of emotions, arguments, and fallout, so buckle up. I'm still reeling, and I don't know if I went too far or did the right thing. Reddit, help me out here. My wife, Emily, 37F, and I have 2 kids, our daughter, Lily, 12F, turning 13, and our son, Noah, 10M. We live in a suburban neighborhood in Austin, Texas, a quiet place with good schools, where the kids have grown up riding bikes and playing tag with the same group of friends. Lily's always been the outgoing one, popular, bubbly, a bit of a drama queen but a good kid. Noah's the opposite, shy, sensitive, loves building Lego sets and reading sci-fi books. They've always been close, despite the usual sibling squabbles over who ate the last cookie or whose turn it is on the Xbox. Lily's 13th birthday was a big deal to her. She's been planning it since last summer, dreaming of becoming a real teenager. She wanted a sleepover party at our house, pizza, a movie marathon, glittery decorations, the works. She'd invited her core group of friends, 5 girls from her middle school, all 12 to 13 years old, who she's known since kindergarten. We said yes, it's a milestone, and Emily and I wanted to make it special. We budgeted $300 for decorations, food, and a custom cake shaped like a TikTok logo, her obsession. Lily spent weeks making a playlist and begging us for a karaoke machine, which we rented as a surprise. She was over the moon, counting down the days to February 15th, the big party. Things took a dark turn about a week before the party. Noah came home from school last Tuesday, his backpack missing and his eyes red from crying. He's in 5th grade at the same school as Lily, just a different wing. I was in the garage fixing a bike tire when he shuffled in, head down. "Buddy, what's wrong?" I asked, setting the wrench aside. He burst into tears, huge, gulping sobs that hit me like a punch. Emily rushed in, and we sat him down on the couch. It took a while to get the story out, but when he did, it boiled my blood. Noah said that during lunch recess, 4 of Lily's friends, let's call them Ava, Bella, Chloe, and Mia, had cornered him near the basketball courts. They started taunting him, calling him Noah the nerd and crybaby, saying he was too pathetic to have friends. He tried to walk away, but Ava grabbed his backpack, dumped it in a dumpster behind the cafeteria, and they all laughed as he scrambled to pull it out. The dumpster was half full, old food, wrappers, gross stuff. Noah's books were ruined, his lunchbox smeared with ketchup. When he climbed out, Bella pushed him, hard, into the dirt and said, "Stay down, loser." No teachers saw, the girls scattered when recess ended. Noah spent the rest of the day hiding in the bathroom, too ashamed to tell anyone until he got home. Emily and I were livid. Noah's a good kid, he doesn't start trouble. He's been teased before, but never like this. Emily hugged him close, whispering, "You didn't deserve that," while I paced the living room, trying to keep my temper in check. "Who are these girls?" I asked, though I already knew. Noah named them, all 4 were on Lily's party guest list. I asked, "Does Lily know?" He shook his head, tears dripping. "Don't tell her, she'll get mad at me." That broke my heart. He was more scared of his sister's reaction than the bullies. When Lily got home from soccer practice, we sat her down. "Did you know your friends were picking on Noah today?" I asked, calm but firm. She frowned. "No, what happened?" Noah told her, voice shaking. Lily's face went pale, she looked genuinely shocked. "I didn't know," she said. "They've never done that before." I believed her, she's not a liar, and she's always been protective of Noah in her own way. But then she added, "They probably didn't mean it, kids mess around, Dad." That set me off. Mess around? They threw his stuff in a dumpster, pushed him down, made him cry. That's not a joke. Emily suggested we call the girls' parents. Lily begged us not to, it'll make it worse. They'll hate Noah more. I said, they crossed a line, we're not letting this slide. Over the next 2 days, I called each girl's parents. Ava's mom was apologetic, promised to ground her. Bella's dad laughed it off, boys need to toughen up. Chloe's parents didn't pick up, Mia's mom said, kids will be kids, and hung up midterm. No accountability, just excuses. The school principal was no better, said it happened off camera, no proof, just a warning to the girls. Noah stayed home the rest of the week, too scared to face them. Emily and I talked late into the night. Those girls don't deserve to come to Lily's party, I said. Emily nodded but hesitated. Lily's been planning this forever, it's her day. I got it, 13's big, and Lily's not the bully. But every time I looked at Noah, hiding in his room with his Lego sets, refusing to go outside, I felt this burning anger. Those girls hurt my son, why should they get rewarded with pizza and karaoke while he's suffering? Friday morning, the day before the party, I made the call. I sat Lily down. We're canceling your party, I said. Her jaw dropped. What? Why? I explained, your friends bullied Noah, they threw his stuff in a dumpster, pushed him down. I can't let them in our house. Lily's eyes filled with tears. That's not fair. I didn't do it. You're punishing me for something I didn't even know about. Emily chimed in, it's not permanent, we'll reschedule with different friends. But Lily wasn't having it. You're ruining my life. Everyone will think I'm a loser. She stormed to her room, slammed the door, loudest I've ever heard it. The fallout was immediate. Lily stopped talking to us, barely ate dinner, just glared through red-rimmed eyes. Ethan tried to cheer her up, saying, I don't mind if they come, but I could see the fear in his face, he didn't mean it. Emily started second-guessing us. Maybe we should have just uninvited the 4 girls and let the 5th come, she said. I shook my head, that sends a mixed message. They need to know actions have consequences. Saturday, the would-be party day, Lily stayed in her room, blasting music. I returned the karaoke machine, cancelled the cake order, donated the decorations to a friend's kids' event. Felt like a punch to the gut every step, but I kept picturing Noah's tear-streaked face. Then the parents started calling. Ava's mom, who'd seemed sorry, flipped, said I was cruel for canceling Lily's party over a little teasing. Bella's dad accused me of overreacting and humiliating his daughter by uninviting her publicly. Word spread, Lily's 5th friend, Sophie, who wasn't even involved, told her mom I'd traumatized Lily. Suddenly, I was the bad guy. Monday at school, it got worse. Lily came home in tears. Her friends had spread rumors that she canceled the party because Noah's a crybaby. Kids were laughing at her, calling her baby's big sis. She screamed at me, "This is all your fault. I hate you." I tried to explain, "I'm protecting Noah, those girls hurt him." She shot back, "You're protecting him by ruining me?" Emily pulled me aside after, said maybe we'd gone too far. She didn't do it, why is she paying the price? I didn't have a good answer, just this gut feeling that letting bullies into our home was wrong. Noah overheard us arguing, came out of his room, head down. "I'm sorry, Lily," he mumbled. "I didn't mean to ruin your birthday." That killed me, my 10-year-old blaming himself for being a victim. Lily softened a bit, hugged him, but still wouldn't look at me. I felt like the worst dad in the world, trying to do right by one kid, but hurting the other. The next week, Emily's sister, Rachel, 40F, got involved. She's a mom of 3, always has an opinion. She called me unhinged for canceling the party. "You're teaching Lily her happiness doesn't matter," she said. "Reschedule it, invite new friends." I explained, Lily doesn't have new friends yet, her whole circle's tied to those girls. Rachel said, "Then suck it up, Noah needs to learn life's tough." Easy for her to say, her kids are all sports stars, never been picked on a day in their lives. My parents weighed in too. Dad, 65M, said, "You're the man, stand firm. Bullies don't get rewarded." Mom, 63F, took Lily's side, "She's 13, it's a milestone. You've made her feel worthless." Great, now even my parents are split. I tried talking to Lily again, she's still freezing me out, says I've ruined her life forever. Emily suggested a smaller family party to make up for it, but Lily refused, "It's not the same." Noah's been clingy since, asking if he's bad for telling us about the bullying. I keep reassuring him he's not, but I'm starting to question if I handled this all wrong. The school stepped in yesterday, called us in for a meeting. Turns out Ava and Bella got detention after another incident, taunting Noah again during gym, calling him dumpster boy. The principal admitted they should have acted sooner, but still no real consequences, just a mediation session next week. Lily's been dragged into it. Some kids think she snitched on her friends, even though she didn't. Now she's getting side eyes in the halls, and her social life's tanking. I feel awful, but I still can't shake the image of Noah in that dumpster, crying in the dirt. I've been losing sleep over this. Emily's trying to play peacemaker, but she admits she doesn't know the right answer either. My brother, Jake, 35M, suggested I apologize to Lily, throw a smaller party, even if it's late. But part of me thinks that undermines the lesson, bullies don't get rewarded, and actions have consequences. I want Lily to understand why I did this, but she's too hurt to hear me. Noah's slowly coming out of his shell, went back to school today, said no one picked on him, but I'm terrified it'll happen again. Reddit, AITA? I canceled the party to send a message and protect my son, but now my daughter's miserable, my wife's doubting me, and half my family thinks I'm a tyrant. Did I go too far, or was this the right call? TLDR, canceled my daughter's 13th birthday party because her friends bullied my son. She says I've ruined her life, and now the fallout's tearing us apart. AITA?